As we all know, the Dream SMP is very entertaining and it has a lot of lore. So in today's video, I'm going to explain a lot of the lore from the very start, so you can all get caught up. I also will do a part 2 explaining all the recent lore. This is Dream SMP's history of lore.
Pog 2020 got 45% of the popular vote, meaning that the coalition government of Jschlatt and Swag 2020 got 46%.
Before I start, if you enjoy this video, then please subscribe, it would mean a lot. Also, thanks for 1k, the growth has been insane. Enjoy the video. The Disc Saga started from Tommyinnit and Sapnap burning down Pong's lemon tree. Pong wasn't too happy, so he got help from Exile. This ended up in violence, with Tommy and Sapnap winning. But Dream didn't want violence on the server, so him and Puns teamed together to kill Sapnap and Tommy, but this failed as well. Tommy and Sapnap won, and Dream was in shame, but Dream knew Tommy had worked hard to get these two discs, Cat and Mellow High, so Dream went to steal them and left Tommy wanting to get them back. So Tubbo and Sapnap and Tommy 3v1 Dream, and they actually won. This was kind of the end of the Disc Saga for the time being. Dream Team vs Manberg. During the month of August 2020, Wilbur Soot joined and created his own country. This was called Manberg. The country was built to protect European players on the server, which consisted of Tommy, Wilbur, Tubbo, Fundy and Eggpire. Manberg meant no harm, but Dream thought otherwise. Dream didn't want other countries, so he declared war on Manberg. He said he would slaughter everyone and blow up Manberg if they carried on with the declaration of independence, or it's meant to be independence, but independence. But Manberg didn't back down, so the war began. A back and forth between both parties until Eggpire showed his secret base, but this base wasn't so secret. Eggpire double-crossed Wilbur and told Dream where the base was, so they could get Manberg with the element of surprise. The Dream Team won and Manberg was defeated. Someone had to make a selfless act, and the only person to do this was Tommy. But a deal come up, Tommy vs Dream in a bow duel. If Tommy wins, Manberg stays, and if Dream wins, he gets one of Tommy's discs. I bet you can guess who won. Yeah, Dream. So here comes Tommy's selflessness. He told Dream that he would give both of his discs to let Manberg stay, and Dream kind of agreed. The Pet War. This included Sapnap killing Nicky and Fundy's pet fox, Fungi.
It's really close to...
So as Nicky was in anger, she asked Tommy for help, and as Tommy loves causing drama, he agreed. They both stole Sapnap's fish, Beckerson and Mars. After this, Sapnap finds out and logs in. This led Sapnap to blow up Fungi's grave, so Fundy challenges Sapnap to a 1v1. If Sapnap won, he would get his fish back, and if Fundy won, then Sapnap would forget about it and lose both the fish, with also getting all the items back that Fundy lost, with also Sapnap leaving Manberg. This led Sapnap to win, but he felt kinda bad, so he gave back Nicky's fish, and that was kind of it for the pet war. The Manberg election. As more people started joining Manberg, Wilbur decided that he wanted to make sure everyone knew that it was fair that Wilbur would be the president. So once he announced the election, Quackity stepped up and challenged Wilbur. This was kind of unexpected, but made for a proper election. So there were two running mates. One was Tommy, which was Wilbur's running mate, and one was Georgenotfound, which was Quackity's running mate. The day before the election, both parties gave their speech and who they had backing them. Quackity had KSI, but he never turned up, so this didn't look good. Wilbur and Tommy had Vixstar123 and Jschlatt, but Jschlatt had another idea. He wanted to put his own name forward. So the day of the election, Swag 2020, which was Quackity's party, and Pog 2020, which was Wilbur's party, they both went head to head to see who would win. But who won? Well, Quackly said before the election that he would join the votes with Jschlatt, so this meant Jschlatt and Quackly won by 1%, leaving everyone in shock. Jschlatt took to the podium and gave his winning speech, where he said, "Is to revoke
the censorship of Wilbur Soot and Tommyinnit."
Everyone was in disbelief. Wilbur and Tommy were banned for Manberg. The Manberg Festival. This was meant to be a happy day for the new country, Manberg. Jschlatt set up an event for happiness and fun, but it didn't go like that. Tubbo came up on stage to give a speech. While he was doing so, Quackly and Jschlatt boxed him in and called upon Techno to kill Tubbo, which, at the time, Wilbur and Tommy were working with Techno and Tubbo to take down Manberg. But Techno still killed Tubbo, even though they were both on the same side. Techno did also kill Jschlatt and Quackly, but this didn't matter. Jschlatt sent a message that any traitors would be killed. Manberg vs Pogtopia. As I recently mentioned, Wilbur and Tommy were banned from Manberg, so they formed Pogtopia, where they had Techno and Tubbo at the start, but after everyone started spending time with Jschlatt, they seen how power hungry he was, so they joined Pogtopia and helped take down Jschlatt. This seen Dream and his team to fight Pogtopia, but Jschlatt didn't help. He was drinking in Wilbur's drug van, meant to be a hot dog van, but we all really know what it is. Jschlatt wasn't in good shape and ended up having a heart attack, so Pogtopia won. Wilbur elected Tubbo as president and all seemed happy, but Techno wasn't. He didn't want the government, so him and Dream started to fight Pogtopia. While all this was going on, Wilbur slipped away to a secret base with a button. This button would blow up Manberg. Before Wilbur done this, Filza joined and started to talk to Wilbur and trying to convince him not to do this, but Wilbur didn't listen and went through with it. Manberg was blown up and Filza killed Wilbur. This also seen Techno turn on Pogtopia and spawn in the Withers. Manberg lost, but Pogtopia won. So who really was defeated?
Yeah.
You had a saying, Phil. It was never meant to be.
Oh my god. You didn't.
Tommy's Exile. A new member joined, Ranboo, where he met Tommy for the first time, and they caused some drama. They both went to Georgenotfound's house and burnt it down. This was because George didn't help with the Manberg fight, so Tommy took his anger out on George. This of course didn't go down well. Dream was seriously mad and decided to build obsidian walls all around Manberg, locking them in. Tubbo, being the president, talked to Dream and they set on a date to discuss Tommy's punishment. Before this day, Tommy, Tubbo, Quackly and Fundy talked and Tubbo decided that the best course of action was Tommy being monitored for 2 weeks or more. Everyone agreed, even Dream, but Tommy had other plans. Instead of going along with this, Tommy showed everyone that he had the remains of Dream's dead horse, Spirit. But Dream got so angry that he started to build the walls even higher and wanted Tommy exiled from the whole Dream SMP. Tubbo was meant to go to war with Dream and stand by Tommy, but backed out at the last minute and sent Tommy to exile. The Green Festival. This was a festival for Manberg to enjoy themselves and try make peace with Dream. This didn't go well, as the community house was destroyed, and at this time Tommy had left his exile and teamed with Techno, so Dream destroyed the oldest building on the server, the community house, to frame it on Tommy. We then see Dream go to Manberg and start to build the walls again. Of course Tubbo is confused and Dream shows them what had happened. While all of this was happening, Tommy is invisible, as is Techno, and they started to follow Dream and Tubbo. Dream starts to frame Tommy, and this is when Tommy intervenes and says he didn't do it. No one believes him, so Tommy gets mad and says to Tubbo, "The discs mean more than you." Harsh stuff, I know. They then fight and make up again, but while they were fighting, Tommy says give Dream the disc, which means Dream has now got both of the discs again. After all this, Dream reveals his plan was to backstab Tubbo and pretend to be his friend so he could get the discs back and get all the power. Dream and Techno decide the next day they are going to destroy Manberg to the ground and finish Wilbur's job. The end of Manberg. This was way too easy. Manberg was not ready for Techno and his army of dogs. Dream and Techno destroyed everything, and some of the people turned their back on Manberg and left it behind. It is safe to say Manberg had finally been finished. Techno and Philza spun with us, and Dream was just unloading stacks upon stacks of TNT, all from the skies. Everything was gone, and that's the end of the story of Manberg. Dream's secret base. Tommy and Tubbo had to go and fight Dream on Dream's terms, so they headed to a mountain to fight Dream. Did this go well? Obviously not. Dream was way too powerful and way too smart for the both of them. Dream stopped the fighting and said he will kill Tubbo if Tommy doesn't give back a fake disc that Dream was playing to bait Tommy out. But Tommy did. Dream was just having too much fun. He told both of them to put their items in a hole so he could blow them up. So they did. Now Dream showed his secret base. The base was evil and Dream was going to get any item that any member had any attachment to. Dream was a psychopath. Dream then decided he wanted to kill Tubbo, but the entire Dream SMP turned kind of into the Avengers and saved Tommy and Tubbo. Just to put out there, this is my favourite part from the Dream SMP ever. Tommy gets his disc back and Dream loses 2 cannon lives, but before Dream could die for good, he told everyone that he can revive people, so they couldn't kill him. This led Dream to go into Pandora's vault.
I'm sorry, Dream.
Goodbye, Tommy.
Puns?
I'm sorry, Dream. But you should have paid me more.
Oh.
You came! What?
The egg. While Dream and Tommy were fighting, the egg was forming, and there is a lot to explain, but I'll just explain the starting parts. Skeppy was stuck in the egg and actually turned from blue to red. He was taken over by the egg and he now worships the egg. BadboyHalo got Skeppy out of it, and he was trying to study the egg and what impact it had. The egg had a massive impact on the whole Dream SMP. It could control you so easy. But Bad found out that Church Prime Water would get rid of any effects that the egg had, so they used the water to contain the egg. But Bad, Antfrost, Puns and Captain Puffy started to like the egg and they started getting sucked in by the egg and its powers. So Bad formed the Eggpire. This was to control the whole Dream SMP. But Puffy came to his senses and started to hate the egg. But the Eggpire and the egg carried on growing and getting stronger. Even though people hate it, it is still carrying on to this day. That is a lot of the Dream SMP lore explained. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In part 2, I'll explain all the recent lore and anything I missed in this video. Please subscribe for the rubber ducky and watch one of these videos on screen, as I think you might enjoy it. Thanks for watching.